No product, no photographer, no film crew. In this video, we design an editable label, turn it into product photography and lifestyle shots, create a UGC creator, and finish with a full commercial ad, all built within ACODA.com. Today, we're going to create our product label, but instead of a flat image, it'll be completely editable, and all from just describing what we want. The tool for the job is the Creative Agent in design mode. From anywhere in ACODA, hit Create Image, open the Creative Agent, and here's the click that matters, the Design tab. That switches us into Showcase, where the label gets built. This is Showcase, ACODA's design and motion studio. We describe the brand, Onyx, an eau de parfum for men. The look we want, masculine opulence, plain black, thin gold rule lines, and engraved serif wordmark, square, ready for product photography. Here's what makes this different from a normal image generator. The agent doesn't paint a picture of a label, it drafts a design plan, a color palette, typography choices, a full layer stack, wordmark, tagline, rule lines, volume text, each one positioned and sized, and before anything gets built, every part of that plan is sitting in front of you, editable. Swap a color, reword the tagline, change a font. The agent's plan is a starting point, not a final answer. Look at what it shows. Matte black, charcoal, and a foil gold. Play-fair display for the wordmark, a high-contrast serif with real presence, and Montserrat for the details, and the full layer list, back to front, exactly how a designer would build it. Happy with the plan? One click. The agent is now assembling the label as native design elements, real text layers, real shapes, on a real canvas, not pixels. This is the part that changes everything downstream. When the label comes back, you can re-edit any piece of it, tomorrow, next month, for the next product in the range, without ever regenerating from scratch. And here it is, Onyx, darkness, distilled. But look at the timeline, the wordmark, the tagline, the rule lines, every element is its own layer exactly as the plan promised. Select a layer and the whole design opens up, copy, font, size, color, position. If the client wants the tagline bigger or the gold a shade warmer, it's a 10-second edit, not a regeneration. Now we save the finished label into the asset library. Export, save to library. That one click matters. Everything in your library is reusable across every ACODA tool, image generation, video, mockups. The label is now an asset, not a file on your desktop. Open the library and there it is, the Onyx label saved as a crisp square image sitting alongside everything else you've made. Next time, we take this exact label out of the library and put it onto a bottle, a full studio product shot, no photographer required. Link in bio, follow for more. Here's where we land today, a full set of studio pack shots of a product that only exists as a file. So let's shoot it. Last time we designed the Onyx label, today we turn it into finished product photography, the way a real studio would. Lock the perfect product shot first, then shoot every angle. Here's exactly where this lives. In the header, hit Create Image. And this card, the Creative Agent Intelligent Multi-Image Generation, that's our tool for today. The agent gets 3 references, the label we designed last time and a real bottle and cap straight from a supplier's catalog. And that's the trick here. You can mock up your finished product before you've bought a single unit. Step 1 is a single shot at 45 degrees, so the camera sees the bottle's full shape instead of just its face. We ask for the label to blend into the glass with only the embossed gold showing. Notice we never put a size in the brief. We don't need to because the agent asks for it. Ours is palm-sized, 8 cm tall with the cap, 100 ml flagon. Set it once, and every shot stays true to scale. And the plan comes back, one shot. Even here, it's an open brief. Expand it, and the wording, the camera, the lighting are all still yours. Let's keep the shadow soft and low. One more tip while we're in here, bump the batch size up to 2, because options on the first pass beat waiting on a second run. And now, we're ready to shoot. So we shoot. The agent composites all 3 references, bottle, cap, and label, into one product. 2 candidates back, and this is the one that got the part. Label seamless on the glass, real gold foil relief, the full square shape at 45 degrees. From here on, this exact image is the product, locked. Step 2 is the technique worth remembering. Start a fresh chat and attach only the winning hero. Everything we generate lands in the library automatically, so it's right there. One reference means one source of truth. The camera can move, but the product can't. Now the coverage brief. Keep the product exactly as shown and give me 4 shots straight on at 85mm. A macro on the embossed wordmark, a low hero angle, and a top down, all on clean studio white. And again, no size in the brief. A fresh chat means a fresh memory, so the agent asks for the size again. Same answer. And here's the shot list, spec'd like a call sheet. Every shot carries its own camera, lens, and lighting. Now, before anything gets generated, this plan is not take it or leave it. Every shot is an open brief. Expand 1, and there's the full description. In plain English, you can rewrite like a note to your photographer, let's ask for a soft reflection under the bottle. The camera settings are yours too. Drop the angle to a low hero, put it on 35mm film, and the shot card carries your changes. That's the control you have here, before you've spent a single credit. One click now, and it shoots all 4. This is the payoff of locking the product first. Nothing gets reimagined. The label, the glass, the proportions. Identical in every frame because the agent only has to move the camera. And there's our coverage. 1 product, 4 angles, the same bottle in every single frame. Every generation also lands in your asset library automatically. Search the set's name, and there it is. Saved, organized, and ready to drop straight into a product page. Next time, we take this exact bottle out into the wild for lifestyle shots. I've put the full Creative Agent prompt below so you can use it for yourself. So let's cast him. We build our creator in ACODA Studio first, then hand him to the Creative Agent and direct a clone ad around him. Here's exactly where this lives. In the header, hit Create Image. Open ACODA Studio, the guided templates. Choose the People and UGC collection, and this card here, Create a Model. Let's open it. The Create a Model template walks you through him piece by piece. We're casting a guy in his late 20s, athletic with brown eyes and black hair that's textured and a little messy. Then the details box gives him a short, well-groomed beard and a strong jawline. This is casting, not prompting. For wardrobe, he gets a single garment, a plain black crew neck tee, because quiet luxury starts with restraint. He isn't doing anything, he's just standing there, relaxed and confident, and we put him where the brand lives, a hotel room in the evening. For the style, we want a casual portrait in natural soft light, that quiet luxury feel, and here's the authenticity trick. We set the camera to iPhone, so the shot looks like a creator took it, not a studio. This one cost 25 credits, so let's hit generate. In a couple of minutes he lands in the asset library, run it a few times, and pick the face you believe. And there he is. We ran the casting call a few times and this gentleman got the part, approved, named, and saved. From here on, he's not a prompt, he's a reference. Act 2 is the ad itself. Think cologne commercial, a black 67 Chevy sitting in the open desert at dusk. We take that vision to the Creative Agent, back under Create Image. The agent gets 2 references, and both are locked. Our creator and our approved product hero. The face and the bottle are the 2 things that must never drift. Here's the most important lesson in this whole series. The brief carries non-negotiable locks, things like the location, the color grade, and the wardrobe, and you restate them in every single round because the model has no memory of what mattered to you. Our grade is a muted, faded film look with slate mauve shadows and one faint ember of orange saved for the horizon and the gold label. We're asking for 4 distinct shots, all in 9:16. The agent turns the brief into a shot list, writing every lock into every shot so nothing drifts. We set the ratio to 9:16 and the batch size to 2, which gives us 8 images. Every composition gets 2 takes, and you pick the winners. Create generations. The agent is compositing our exact creator and our exact bottle into the desert, same grade, shot after shot. This is the part where a real production books a location, a car, and a crew. And here are our 8 frames, 4 compositions with 2 takes of each. There's the chin pose, the window, the bonnet, and the walkaway. Same face, same bottle, same dusk in every one. Pick your winners, and the campaign has its stills. Next time this world starts moving, the same creator, the same dusk on film. I've put this studio preset and the full creative agent prompt below so you can use them for yourself. We've designed the Onyx label and shot the pack shots. Today the bottle leaves the studio and we won't write a single prompt. This is ACODA Studio. Pick a template, answer a few questions, and it does the creative directing. From Create Image, open the product photography collection, and there it is, straight from the asset template. And crucially, we type its real size right underneath, a small 8 cm flaken, which solves scale problems before they happen. Studio or lifestyle? Lifestyle. The preset list is fine, but opulence isn't a preset. So we hit custom and write our own. A 5-star hotel suite with dark marble, brass, and velvet. And for the light, we go moody. We write the props ourselves too, a luxury chronograph watch and crystal whiskey tumblers. And the mood stays dark and here's moody. The differentiator, the camera step. We shoot this on an ARE Alexa, an actual cinema camera profile, not a default render look. Everything's structured, product, scale, scene, props, camera. So the free text box gets exactly one job, the angle. We ask for an extreme low hero angle with a subtle Dutch tilt and tight framing. Studio writes the full photography prompt from everything we chose, scene, light, props, camera, and shoots. The result lands straight in the asset library. And there it is, the bottle we designed on a hotel bedside table it's never seen, shot from an angle no stock template would dare. Saved and ready for the next step. Next time, the opposite approach. We hand the agent a mood board and let it chase an aesthetic. I've put this studio preset below so you can use it for yourself. Last time, a guided wizard staged our bottle. This time we do it like a creative director. Hand the agent a mood board and let it chase the aesthetic. It lives under Create Image. The first reference is the product itself, our approved hero, so it is the exact same bottle every time. Then comes the mood board. 4 images saved straight off Pinterest into the library. Dark stone and candlelight, a leather weekender, black volcanic sand, and a marble bathroom. We're not describing an aesthetic, we're showing it. Our brief keeps it simple. Keep the product exact and shoot it once per mood, matching each reference's light, materials, and atmosphere. The agent reads all 5 images and plans 4 shots, 1 per mood, each spec'd with its own camera and lighting. Every scene is editable before anything renders. This is a creative team's shot list built in seconds. We bump the batch size up to 2, which gives us 8 images from 1 click. Every scene gets 2 takes, so you pick winners instead of waiting on rerolls. The agent is compositing our exact bottle into each mood now. And here are our 8 images, 4 moods, with 2 options for each and the product identical in every single one. from Pinterest board to campaign in one conversation. Next time, these stills start moving. Product video from the same references. I've put the full Creative Agent prompt below, so you can use it for yourself. Here's today's payoff. The lifestyle shots we created last time, now in motion. Every one of these camera moves came from a single still photo. Our lifestyle winners are about to become moving product film. No camera, no set, just the stills we already approved. And the tool is one click away. Create video in the header. We pick Seat Dance 2.0 in image to video mode, so your still becomes frame 1, locked pixel for pixel. We load the first frame, our dark stone winner, straight from the library. Then one prompt does all the work. The bottle stays perfectly still and the camera gets exactly one move, a slow arc toward the label with everything else banned. 5 seconds keeps a product arc tight. And hit generate. That's the whole recipe. Now for the rest, you never type the prompt again. Scroll down to the generation queue and hit retry on the run we just did. Everything comes straight back. The same prompt, the same settings, even the image. So we just swap the image, out with the dark stone, in with the weekender, and generate. Then exactly the same for the volcanic sand, and once more for the marble counter. 4 films on the way, and we only ever wrote the prompt once. They render in parallel in the queue, a few minutes each, while you do literally anything else, and land in your library automatically. And here they are, 4 moving product shots, with the bottle identical in every frame. The dark stone, the weekender, the volcanic sand with its grains drifting, and the marble counter. Stills to cinema, 1 prompt each. Next time, a UGC-style ad with someone actually holding the bottle. I've put the full prompts below, so you can use them for yourself. Here's where we land today, a full cinematic ad for our fragrance, from a racing Chevy to the bottle in hand, and every one of these shots came from a short typed brief and a couple of stills. Now, the important part, turning our product into an ad we can actually use. It comes complete with a hook, we don't need to write any complex prompts, and what we end up with is a fully editable sequence of shots that we can fine-tune at any stage. You'll find it under Create Video. Storyboard now sits right at the top of the menu. We start with 3 stills from our campaign as references: the presenting shot, the bonnet, and the hand holding the bottle. They go in first because they already carry the look we've built. Then the brief itself is just 1 short paragraph, so take a second to read it. It describes the hook, the car racing at the cliff like it won't stop, the sudden halt right at the edge, and how we want to close, on the ringed hand, holding the bottle out to camera. Notice we never ask for 1 30-second video. Storyboard is about to break this down into individual shots, and will perfect each one on its own. We send that off, and the director gets to work building the story and breaking it down into shots. And here's the plan: a story map at the top, and a shot list where every shot has a clear job to do. Some shots hook you in, others build the tension, and the final ones pay it all off. Each one of these is worth opening up. Click a shot, and you can read exactly what the director intends, the story context, the subjects, the camera move, even the sound design, and none of it is locked. See the little pencil? You can edit any of these details directly, or simply tell the director what to change down in the chat. It's a great director, but you're the client. Once it all reads right, we switch over to production. And this is production. Every shot from the plan now sits along the bottom of the screen as its own card. Click any card and that shot opens up on the left, broken into sections. The scene is where the still frames live. This is where you generate a first frame and a last frame if you want one. The action describes what happens once the video is rolling. The sound carries the audio design, and the camera shapes both, the still you start from and the movement that follows. Now, generating every frame and every video takes a little while, so I've gone ahead and built this exact board out already, using the moves you're about to see. Let's load the finished version and walk through it. Back on the first shot, every video here starts life as a still image, the first frame, and that frame ends up dictating the whole shot. So it pays to generate options. We made 4 candidates for this opener, and this one is the winner. You can see it marked with the pink ring. You'll also notice the reference stills we attached at the start right along on every shot by default, and you can remove the ones a shot doesn't need. Then, as the board fills up, you can feed a finished frame back in as a reference, which keeps your world consistent from shot to shot. There's one tool we didn't even need this time, the last frame. If you anchor both ends of a shot, the model fills in the motion between them, and that's the most precise control you can have over how a shot plays out. And here's the move this whole series has been building to. These 2 shots aren't generated at all. There are approved campaign stills pulled straight from the library. Each shot then renders as takes, and you simply pick the winner. The cliff edge took 3 tries before it landed. And this last one was even made on a different engine. It runs on Kling instead of Seedance, because you're free to choose whichever engine suits each shot best. Shot 8 was planned as a second close, but we already close on the right shot, so we don't need it and it can go. The board is yours to cut. And there it is, play all. That's 25 seconds of finished ad, and all it took was a 4-sentence brief and a couple of stills. Now let's be honest, the odds of an AI-generated ad coming out perfect are very low. Maybe a shot runs a beat too long, or a cut lands late, or the color drifts somewhere along the way, and that's what this last button is for. When we click Send to Showcase, it takes every shot on this board and lays them out in sequence on a single timeline inside the Showcase editor. And from there we can trim each shot and tighten the timing, adjust the speed and the color grade, and lay in music and a voiceover. That's where this ad gets finished next time. I've put the full brief and this storyboard below, so you can use them for yourself. Here's where we land today. Our storyboard ad, finished, trimmed and retimed, color graded shot by shot, scored with music and a voiceover we generated ourselves, and signed off with the label that started this whole series. Last episode, One Click took every shot from our storyboard and laid them out in sequence in Showcase. Today we finish the ad. We'll tighten the cut, shape the pacing, grade the color, lay in music and a voiceover we generated ourselves, and close on the brand. This is the part where a good AI ad becomes a real one. So here's that same project, open in Showcase. Look down the left and you can see how the edit is organized. The 7 shots sit together on one video track. The music and the voiceover each run on their own rows, and 3 text layers are waiting to close the ad. The whole cut runs about 25 seconds, and everything you're about to see was done with clicks, not code, so we'll go through it one layer at a time. First job, the cut. Straight out of storyboard, every take runs long, so each shot gets trimmed down to its best moment. Here's the opener. The raw take ran well past 4 seconds, and it now plays for under 3, in at the action, out before it drags. The start and end values here control exactly which slice of the take plays. Do that across all 7 shots, and nearly 30 seconds of raw takes becomes a tight 18. Next, pacing. Look at the playback rate on this opening shot. It runs at 1.4, so the hook hits harder than it was filmed. Now jump to the other end of the ad. The final grasp of the bottle is slowed right down to 0.7, a proper slow motion close. Speed is set per shot, so you push the energy up where the ad needs it and let the money shot breathe. Then the grade. Select a shot and open its filters, and for anything that's already been graded, the adjust sliders are sitting right there. Every clip in this ad was color graded by hand. The saturation comes down, the temperature goes cooler, and a touch of grain goes over the top, so 7 clips from 2 different video engines read like one piece of film. And if you don't want to hand tune it, the presets get you most of the way. The arrival shot just uses soft sound design next, and it's mostly about restraint. Almost every clip here is muted because the music is about to carry the whole ad. But two shots keep their natural audio, the silhouette at the cliff and the bottle resting on the bonnet, so a little of the real wind and the real world bleeds through underneath the track. Keep what sells the scene and cut the rest. Now, the music, and this came out of ACODA's own music generator under Create Audio. Rather than guess at the prompt, I opened Prompt Assist and simply described the ad. A black 60s muscle car, the desert at dusk, a men's fragrance, a bit of swagger, and asked what the music should be. It came back with the style to aim for and the wording for the prompt itself. And here's the prompt we landed on. A raw, gritty blues rock track with a driving rhythm and a hard edge, distorted electric guitar, powerful drums, a heavy bass line, and a commanding, slightly gruff male vocal with a touch of desert swagger. That goes into the box, and generate costs 3 credits a track. I've already generated ours. It came out as Desert Swagger, so let's go and put it to work. There's one more voice in this ad, literally. In the same tool, right next to music generation, sits text-to-speech. You pick a voice from the library. We went with Adrian. One thing to watch, the text box keeps whatever you last typed, so clear it out first. Then type your line, and for a single credit the read comes back as audio. Ours is simply the label, spoken aloud, on X. Eau de parfum pour homme, darkness distilled. That's all it takes. The read lands in your library, ready for the timeline. So let's head back into the edit and let the project load up. Getting audio in is one click. The audio button in the toolbar opens your library, and everything we've generated is sitting right there. The track and the voiceover ready to drop straight onto the timeline. Anything you upload yourself lands in the same place too. Music, voice, sound effects, all of it ready to reuse across any project you build. Ours is already placed on its own row, running the full length of the cut. It starts 1 second into the source, so we skip the intro and land straight on the groove, and it fades out at the end right as the brand card lands. Back on the timeline, the voice sits on its own row, cut into 2 lines that land right on the brand card. And here's the newest trick in Showcase, volume automation. Open the music track and you'll find 2 keyframe points. The track holds at full volume, then eases down to 30% just as the voice comes in, so the music gets out of the way of the words and the fade out takes it home. You can add as many points as you like, dip for a line of dialogue, lift it again for the payoff. It's a small detail, but it's the difference between a soundtrack and a proper mix. And the sign-off. Watch how the ad closes, the word mark, the subhead, and the tagline fade in over the final shot. And these are the exact same text layers we designed for the label all the way back in episode 1, copied straight from that Showcase project into this one, gold and all. Playfair display for the onyx wordmark, Montserrat for the lines beneath, and a gentle fade to bring them in as the music bows out. The series comes full circle. And that's every move. Let's watch it back, start to finish.
Eau de parfum for men, darkness distilled.
And there it is, from a blank page to a finished, scored, graded ad. We designed a label, shot the product, cast our creator, boarded the film, and finished it. Every step inside ACODA. The music prompt and every project from this series is linked below. Go make something incredible today.